Of all the questions I've been asked, I get asked one I think more than any other so far. Why do I like working at theme parks? Well, let me tell you, there's a lot of reasons. Before I get into why I like working at theme parks, I want to say thank you to all those who have subscribed. In the last week and a half, I've gone from 900 subscribers to over 1,200. I thought it was awesome when I hit 1,000, and they're still going up. Thank you so much to everybody who's subscribed lately. I really appreciate your support. I never thought I would get this many people watching, so thank you very much. I also want to give a special call out to Narada Masters, and I hope I said your name right, for being a new Patreon for me. Thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate it. So again, I get asked, why do I like working in theme parks? There are some people that just can't stand it, don't like it. I've actually had a couple people accuse me of being a liar because I enjoyed it. Everything I say is honestly the truth. I loved working at the parks. I loved Busch. I loved Disney. I loved Silver Dollar City. Those 3 jobs are likely the best jobs I've ever had. And I'd go back and do any of them again if I could. So why did I like them? Well, let me give you some of the reasons. The first thing that most people think of, the perks. I loved all the special things. I loved being able to go into the parks anytime I wanted to. I loved being able to bring my family to the parks just about any time I wanted to. Or friends if they were visiting, having extra tickets. In Branson, it meant that I could see almost all of the shows here free with my family anytime. That was awesome. It meant I could go visit other parks oftentimes free. Then of course there's the cast special events and parties and various things like that. All the little perks and side things that went along with it were awesome. But they're actually not the best parts of working in the parks for me. One of the biggest ones is the relationships that you build with your coworkers. I made a lot of friendships, a ton of friendships. It's been 7 years now since I've worked at Disney, but I still have a lot of people that I'm in contact with and a lot of friends from that time. If I go to Silver Dollar City, it's like visiting family. Silver Dollar City's small enough that when you come in, if you're there and you socialize a bit, it becomes like a big family. In fact, visiting Silver Dollar City will actually drive my wife nuts sometimes because she'll just want to experience the park, and here I am stopping and talking to this person and that former coworker and that friend and this other person over here I know, and it kind of drives her a little bit nuts because I'm busy talking to all these people that for me are good friends and near family, and she just wants to go enjoy the park. One of my favorite parts of working at theme parks, though, was being able to take a role that was beyond my real life and step into something that I could never be, but in a lot of ways always wanted to be. I love being an actor. I did a bunch of drama in college and a little bit in high school and have always enjoyed things like that. Well, how much better when you get paid for it? How cool is it when you can be a safari driver in the middle of Africa, taking people around to see all these animals they'd never see, and at the same time cracking all sorts of goofy jokes and just being a silly goofball while showing them experiences they'd never get? How wonderful is it to be able to pretend you're back in the 1880s? You know, maybe you're a train conductor being able to carry around your gun, protecting everybody from those outlaws that might try to invade you. Or being one of the outlaws and being just a real silly goofball. Yes, you're out there entertaining, but at the same time, you're not you. You're Alfie or Ralphie Bolin, and you can just be somebody you're not in real life. It's just so much fun to essentially get paid to play pretend in that regard. But what's really neat about it is in every single one of those roles, part of you comes through it. When you really become effective at them, there is a good portion of your own personality that comes through and helps shine forth. Yes, even though I'm a hillbilly train robber, or I'm a safari driver, or I'm some guy in the middle of a land with a castle, I'm actually still me. But I'm the me I'd like to be, the me I had hoped or dreamed I would be, instead of sometimes the real me. How cool is it to be able to work in a place where everything is just a big fantasy, surrounded and ruled over by a big castle, or to be able to go back in time to the Hollywood that never was but always shall be? Related to that in a lot of ways is being able to show people an experience or something that they would never see in real life. One of the great joys of driving Rhino Rally at Busch Gardens was being able to let people see a rhino up close and personal. Sometimes so close that they could touch them. We didn't let them do that, but those rhinos got close sometimes. Or the elephants, or scimitar horned oryx, which is something you could only see in a couple places in the world. And to be able to let them go out into this world that they never get to experience and to bring it right up close to them. At Silver Dollar City, being able to watch the reaction of the people as they go out into the woods on the train, something you can't just do in your normal everyday neighborhood, get behind a steam train and ride off into the middle of nowhere. To watch the reaction as these hillbillies from out of history show up and start messing around and playing and bumbling their way through. To be able to get stuck in the middle of a minor shootout, which is always kind of cool if you think about the Old West. And at Disney, to be able to capture the moment when you're watching their faces light up for the first time as they experience something they've dreamed about. I can't tell you how many people I saw walk into Magic Kingdom at Disney World and see the castle for the first time and just light up with a... And then when they get to meet Mickey or one of the princesses or somebody else they've always dreamed about, and just the expressions, the emotional joy that they can't wait to see this, the excitement coming out. I loved as a dad being able to take pictures of those kinds of moments with my kids, and to be able to essentially take on that role with all of these other people was just an incredible privilege. To be able to capture those moments of pure joy and excitement. It really was magic, and I absolutely loved that part of the job. One of the incredible things, too, at all three places, Silver Dollar City, Busch Gardens, and Disney, was meeting people from all over the world. I got to meet people not just from all over the United States, but from Mexico, Canada, England, France, Spain, Germany, Russia, Ukraine, Venezuela, Colombia, Brazil, Argentina, all over Africa. To be able to see all these different cultures come together, hear the different languages. You also realize, too, as you're meeting all these people from different religious backgrounds, cultural backgrounds, different countries, that people all over the world are the same. They all love to laugh. They all love to smile. They all love to have a good time, to enjoy themselves. Parents all over the world like for their kids to have wonderful, memorable moments that just make them happy. Because for a parent, seeing their kid happy makes them happy. Yeah, it's a universal language. That actually brings me to possibly my favorite part of working at the parks. In that at a theme park, a person's religion, skin color, faith, culture, country of origin, their political views don't matter. They're really irrelevant. When you walk into Disney World, they're not asking you if you're a Republican, Democrat, if you're from the South, North, from Europe, or what. They don't care. People put all of that stuff aside to relax, to step into a different world. One where it isn't all that important. Yes, it all makes up who we are, and in that regards, it's wonderful. But it's also nice when we don't use it to define people and separate people. Everybody loves to laugh. Everybody loves to smile. Everybody loves to have a good time. And those other things don't make a difference. And that's true among your coworkers as well. I worked with people at all three parks that other people would look at us and say that we shouldn't even be able to get along. But we got along great. We established deep friendships because of the job and what we were doing. That even though we had differences and other beliefs, that they weren't the important thing. The friendship and the relationships were. And that we could take those other things and agree to disagree and go together and help somebody else have a great time. They're friends of mine, and I care about them, and I know they care about me. We loved working together. When we could get together and take somebody who was maybe having a hard time and a hard day, and instead turning it into a wonderful, magical moment, we didn't sit there and go, well, yeah, you're this way and I'm that way, and so we shouldn't be enjoying this moment. We didn't care. We had just blessed somebody and helped them have this magical moment, and all of us were blessed as part of it, and it brought us together. Maybe it was something as simple as allowing a little child at the train at Silver Dollar City to say, all aboard. Maybe it was something as simple as helping a guest meet a character at Disney that they might not have been able to otherwise, or have a special birthday moment with them. Or seeing somebody that's just having a terrible day, and you get to kind of grab them and say, hey, Cinderella was just calling for you. She's over here in this private room. You want to go meet? You don't sit there and argue about differences when you see a child hugging on Winnie the Pooh. And I wish that we could take that outside of the theme parks and spread it out into the rest of the world. I wish we could take that sense of unity, that we're all in this together, that we're all people, that we should all love each other and help each other, bless each other, and try to put a smile on other people's faces. And I wish we could take that out of the theme parks and spread it around. Instead say, you know what? We're all people, and we're all in this together, so why don't we try to help each other? When we have differences, okay, fine. We can either agree to disagree, or we can work through them and come to a medium ground. But we're in this together. Let's help each other succeed, because that's really what we're all here for. We've all got a purpose, and it all comes down to being able to bless others. That's why I worked in theme parks. Your job is to help put a smile on somebody else's face. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed.